In the heart of the New Forest, nature offers a bounty that's both mysterious and beautiful, but also deadly. So join me today as I embark on a wild journey. Yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Yes. I think I can speak for all of us when I can say picking a mushroom from a forest and eating it is a terrifying prospect in this country. Do you want to see how I get on? Here we go, foraging mushrooms in a new forest. What can go wrong? Let's go. So join me now as I go foraging in the new forest for some of its hidden treasures, wild mushrooms. Will I thrive or survive? I would just like to say before we kick off in this video, I'm absolutely not an expert. I've been mushroom foraging for about 12 months. So please stay safe and don't use this video as a guide to foraging mushrooms. But here's some of the tools that I use as a beginner. Okay, so when I come out foraging, what do I bring with me? Well, I've got my little bag here, and inside the bag is my mushroom book that I got from Wild Food UK. No plug. It's just a really handy size. I've got 2 books at home, but they're like this, like big A4 size. This one's a nice little handy size. Inside it's got lots of pictures, look, so you can identify each mushroom as you go around the forest, which is really handy. Nice description in the book. Gives like a little heading, to be avoided, poisonous. Lets you know if it's edible, not edible. So that's a really handy guide when you walk around the forest. Obviously you can use your phone, you can use Google to Google images to see what comes up. Obviously on your phone you get little apps, little mushroom apps, so you can scan the mushroom and it'll tell you, but they're normally paid, so it's not free. I also bring a little pocket knife with me. So I lost it for 2 weeks, but found it this morning, my little pocket knife. And that's if you do find a mushroom, you just cut it off nicely. But if you're gonna go out mushroom foraging, one golden rule, if in doubt, chuck it out, don't risk it. 2, go out with an expert, they can tell you exactly what it is. I am super glad I brought the wellies with me in the car today. It's a pretty moist looking field. Be interested to see what we find. So far, lots of mushrooms are popping out everywhere. Okay, standard, this is a classic earth ball, and there are thousands of these around the New Forest. Loads of them everywhere. Let's cut one in half. Sorry, a little woodlouse coming off. It's got a nice fresh one. Now, I know this is an earth ball, it's one of those ones that's really common and it's everywhere. And someone who hasn't seen one of these before, when you cut it in half, it's got a really black centre. Apparently back in the Roman times, these were peeled and used as fake truffles, but they are toxic, they are poisonous, you can't eat it. But it does smell really mushroomy, quite pleasant. And as you can see, these earth balls are literally everywhere. That one looks a bit different. And that last earth ball was really firm to the touch, a nice young one. But this one, empty, dry, and the spores are being released. So you don't want to be sniffing these big ones. The last thing you want is this going up your nose. Just spotted a little herd of deer over there, but I cracked a stick and they just ran off straight away. That's one of the great things about being in a forest. Having a little walk around, seeing the wildlife. Getting back to nature. It's really good for the old noggin. And if you look carefully, you can see them in the background. This is as close as I could get to get them on camera. Is it a herd of deer or a pack or a stag's brothel? If you know, let me know in the comments. Now, also this year, I've discovered that certain mushrooms grow under certain trees. I didn't know that this time last year, but under an oak, birch tree, pine trees, different mushroom grows. I believe girolles grow under pine trees. I believe ceps porcinis grow under birch trees and oak trees. So knowing your trees when you go into a forest gives you a good fighting chance of finding the mushrooms you're looking for. And I can only apologise for my out of breathness. Obviously need to get a bit fitter. These little cuties are silver birch polypore. As you can see, it's a silver birch tree. Like I said before, trees are associated with certain mushrooms, and this is a silver birch polypore. It is not edible, but you can peel the outside off and I believe use it as a plaster. Facts that I've heard while looking into mushrooms. And one of the things I love about mushroom foraging, even if you don't find anything, it makes you look at the forest like really deeply. And you can see so much more stuff. Just getting out into the forest, having a good walk, which is good for your mental health anyway, good for your brain. But when you're actually looking for mushrooms, eyes are down and you're actually looking at the forest. You see the nature, you see a lot more than you would if you were just going for a walk, which is really interesting. So I'm finding quite a lot of mushrooms down here in the foot. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Yes, oh my God. That's exactly what I'm looking for. What a prime example. Look at that. Wow, whole family of them. The fly agaric. Part of the Amanita family. It's literally like discovering Smurf Village. I feel like Gargamel. And the older I get, the more I look like Gargamel, I think. But that's a great find. Look at that, look how pretty that is. Wow. Yes, you can touch mushrooms, even if they're poisonous. But I believe this one, you can actually boil it up. It's safe, and it's hallucinogenic. Never tried it, never done it, don't know for sure, but that's what I've read online. Oh, there's literally loads over here. Look at this. Wow. More, oh, big one there. Look at that baby. That's been chewed by a hallucinogenic slug. Seeing rainbows in the sky probably. Proper munch that one, but big one. So pretty. Any more? Even one here. Another one down there. Look at that. Also a bit munched. More. And I've heard where the Amanita mycelium grow, quite often girolles are nearby. Look at that bad boy. That's a stonker. I saw one guy on Facebook just like bite into it and eat it like this, but I don't think that's a good idea. It's so pretty though. Look at the size of that. The size of my head. I keep getting distracted by mushrooms. What are these bad boys? Hallucinogenic. I mean, that looks like a nipple. I mean, you have to admit, this looks like a nipple. I don't think it's a liberty cap. I don't think it's a magic mushroom. But when it comes down to things that look like nipples, this has to be it. Very nipply. Talking about Facebook, that is another really good resource when it comes to a free resource when it comes to mushroom foraging. You go to like Mushroom Spotters UK, you can take a picture of the mushroom you found, put it in there, and there's loads of people on there that can give you advice on what they think it is. Remember, they're strangers, so don't take it as gospel, but there's quite a lot of people on there who know what they're talking about. So it is a good thing to look at, and a good way to get a group opinion of the mushroom you found. But be 100% sure you know what you got before you eat it. Ooh, I can hear pigs. If you are getting into mushrooms, a really good documentary to watch is, I believe it's called Fantastic Fungi. It was on Netflix. Don't know if it's there anymore. You can get it on Amazon for like £3, £3.49 I think. Oily. What is this? Looks like a porcini to me. I reckon that is a porcini. Could this be another? I think it is, pretty sure it is. I'm going to take it back. So that just shows what I know as a beginner. I thought the stems looked a bit too brown to be seps, so I put them on a Facebook group, and a lot of people came back saying these are probably birch bolete. Still edible, still tasty, but not seps. I did get some good advice. If you get a mushroom like this, cut it in half and it turns blue, get rid of it. Ooh, some over here. Let's go see what we've got. What's that down there? Nice white looking stem. Yeah. Knocked over, but I would definitely say that is a porcini /sep /penny bun. I'd say if it hadn't been munched by a slug, it would definitely have that bun-like top. That stalk looks very seppy. It's coming with me. Like I said, that is underneath an oak tree. So knowing your trees definitely helps. I was just walking across the common, saw an oak tree, thought I'd go and look at the base, and there it was, just sat there. Anything else around is there? Anything else? Hiding under the ferns. Ooh. Looks nice and white underneath. That was a yellow sponge. So I'm not sure about this one. I'll take it back and whack it on Facebook and see what the guys on there reckon about the yellow spongy part. I think it is. Oh look, proper munched by a little slug. Get your proper look. Look at that, all going for it. Get off. And if I do find a mushroom, I do like to trim it off in the forest so all that mushroom goodness goes back into the ground where it grows. What's its best side? Well, I'm happy with that. I mean, that definitely looks like a Sepp porcini to me. Definitely looks like a penny bun to me. So happy my little walk around has produced something. Now I've got a feeling I found some little hedgehog mushrooms. These are also another really good beginner edible mushroom, because hedgehog mushrooms don't look like anything else. And when you turn them upside down, they've got like bristly spines. So when you're in restaurants, you get the back of your knife and just scrape those off. So they normally grow on the root of trees in like little circles. So this one's a little bit small, and I can't really see underneath it, but it does look like little spines underneath. So let's get a bigger one. Have a look. Oh yeah, look, definitely hedgehog mushrooms. Can you see that? Let me just turn the camera around. This is another really good edible for a beginner. So if you can see those little spines on the back of the mushroom, that's a head, and they just rub off when you eat them. So they are going in the bag as well. Munched already by a slug, but there's quite a few here, look. Got these here. And some more over here by the looks of it. Nice little find. Okay, so let's take a look. We have got our hedgehog, well, suspected hedgehog mushroom. So it's got little spikes underneath, an off-center stem, and it was grown from the ground. So let's find that. So I've looked at the index, page 280 for hedgehog. Okay, here we go. Wood hedgehog mushrooms. This is a very safe mushroom for novice foragers, and sweet and tasty too. Nutty with a firm texture. Okay, potential confusions. As long as you find a light coloured mushroom, tick, growing from the ground on a stem, tick, with spines instead of gills, tick, it can't be anything else. Great, so now we've identified our mushrooms, let's get cooking. I'm making a delicious Sepp soup, and I'm going to top it with our fried hedgehog mushrooms. And then topped with a delicious truffle oil. If you want the full video, then please click the link here. This is an incredibly flavoursome Sepp soup. Here we go, exactly what you need on a cold autumn's day after walking around the New Forest. A taste of the forest. The best mushroom soup there is, for sure. So I did it, I survived, thank God for that. Bit nervous tucking in for the first time, but these are two of the easiest mushrooms to identify. So now I've done it, I've got a lot more confidence. Sepps and hedgehog mushrooms, both easy to identify. There's not many other mushrooms out there that look like them, so it's a really good beginner mushroom to forage and eat for the first time. I'm definitely more confident now, and now I've done it for the first time. Next year, when I go foraging, I'm definitely gonna be a lot more confident in what I'm picking and feeling safer when I do it. And after that big, massive portion of soup, there's not mushroom left in here for anything else. Had to squeeze a mushroom joke in. I'm a fun guy. Thank you so much for watching. As always, thanks for all the support. If you haven't liked and subscribed already and you like the content, please remember to do so. Much appreciated. Every time I film, I see a mushroom in the background. I'm like, wow, I think it's a beefsteak. Let's go and have a look before we sign off. Pretty sure it's a beefsteak. Let's flip the camera. Yes. Yes, it is. Nice firm one as well. Oh, squidgy on top. Okay, let's try again. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and the content. I enjoy making it, and all your support always means the world to me. Anyone who watches at least one video, well, it's humbling that people give up their time to see the content that I'm creating. So thank you very much. sad as it is, it's time for me to head back home and tuck into some of that nice warm mushroom soup before the heavens open. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video, which will quite possibly be this one. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Calling them different names. It's all the same thing. Penny bums, penny bum.